Hi, I'm Jay Driscol with Sign and Digital Graphics Magazine, and I'm here with Larry Adams from SignWarehouse.com, the Vice President and General Manager. Larry, thanks for joining us today.
Good to be here.
Good. Just want to spend a few minutes with you and ask some questions about how things are going for you guys. And we're starting to hear on the news that the economy is picking up, and just wanted to see if you're seeing improvements as a distributor in the sign industry.
Yeah, with Jay, we're starting to see month-to-month growth, and that's what's important to us. And as the whole industry, I think, is starting to come around. Some indicators I look at every week are, we get new customers, and our new customer growth has been phenomenal this year. Number of orders have picked up, so all those indicators are starting to look positive.
Great, that's great to hear. Are there any particular products that are doing better than others, or that you're seeing move first?
Well, we sell digital printers, and that's a big thing that's really coming around. People sort of let that die for a little while, I think, but it's really coming back around this year. And we've got some entry-level things that people are just jumping all over, and that's really, the thing that we look for every week is people looking at that new equipment. And I think it's because the money's getting a little easier to get now. The banks and the lending institutions are not so scared anymore, and so people are buying. Because
that's always a question. Is I talk to people and they say, "Oh, we have people interested, but we can't get the financing." So You're starting to see that loosen up.
Starting to see that loosen up, and that they're not quite as cautious about that, and people have this positive confidence now to invest in new equipment.
Okay. Do you see things getting back to normal per se in the near future, or?
Well,
what's normal?
Normal is a hard thing to define, but if you want to look back and say, well, normal is what it was a couple of years ago, it's not there yet.
Right.
But it's moving in that direction. We're seeing positive signs that it's going to get there.
Have you guys added any new products, or are you doing anything differently to get an edge on your competitors that you think is helping you?
Well, for years people said the adhesive vinyl and the vinyl cutters and that whole basic part of the sign industry was sort of dying out and had a short life, but we're seeing a big resurgence in that market.
Okay.
People are getting back in. They see that as a basic thing. New people are coming into the marketplace every day, opening up new sign shops.
Right.
I think there was some contraction there for a few years, but now people are coming in and saying, I want to start a sign shop. Maybe it's because they've lost their job that they've had for years, and they say, I need another income. And they look at the sign industry and say, that's something I can do now. And so we're seeing a great growth right there with that basic entry-level package of equipment.
Fantastic. Well, that's great to hear. Any more comments you'd like to add, or just general overall thoughts on where things are going and how things are different today than from a year ago?
They're a little different. I think the sign industry is a mainstream industry that sort of follows the economic indicators that affect every industry. And as we look at those key indicators right now, and as the economy gets better, the sign industry is going to get better.
Right.
And that's all we're looking for. And there's been some movement of just people saying, I want to do something different.
Right.
And I want to expand my business now. I want to grow the business. We've been very cautious for a year and a half or 2 years.
Right.
We didn't want to. We kept our equipment running, but we didn't want to go out on that limb and buy new equipment. But now people have the confidence to do that.
Good. And so there haven't been any fundamental changes in the sign industry. It's still a great opportunity.
Still a great opportunity
for people to get in, and it's just as the economy comes back, the opportunity.
And we're seeing people now that they're saying it's time now to get out of that status quo and to start to grow our business again. And so sign shops, I think, are the well-run ones, the well-managed ones are looking now at investing in new equipment.
Well, fantastic. Well, I appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us this morning.
My pleasure.
All right. Thank you, Larry.
Thank you.